Mrs. Serafina, the old healer. She said many years ago that people would find dead cattle, chickens, bisons, sheep, goats, and even a few people that seemed to have been bled dry. Whatever it was, it attacked mainly goats, she said, a chupacabra, and people called it like that. Mrs. Serafina told them that the ancient indigenous had this strange kind of animal. She said she had seen one with her own eyes as she followed a shaman that had it as a pet. The chupacabra stopped and looked at me, she said. It was a diabolical gaze that gave me chills, but I wasn't going to let my fear show. I just took my détente out, a piece of cloth that had the words, "The Sacred Heart of Jesus is with me," embroidered on it. Détentes, which in English means stop, are used to repel the devil and as protection. When the chupacabras saw the détente, it looked at me as if it had lost its mind, lowering its long, thin tail, gazing back at me once in a while. I held my détente with both my hands, showing it to it. I don't go anywhere without my détente. You never know when you'll see a chupacabras. Taken from The Sheep Herder by Ray John D. Aragon. We all like a good horror story. The morbid fact of not knowing with certainty if the stories are real or not is what makes us want to know more. These stories are usually starred by ghosts, monsters, or creatures that scare us to death as one of their goals. Today, you will hear the story of the chupacabras, a strange creature that, in the last decades, has terrified people from all over the world. The chupacabras is possibly the most popular creature in the Caribbean that belongs to cryptozoology. It has transcended continents, for this beast knows no borders and adapts to any climate and terrain. From Puerto Rico, the island where this legend was originated, to countries from the American continent like Mexico, Colombia, and even the south of the United States. They have all reported sightings of this enigmatic being. It is a rather recent and popular legend, widespread mainly in Latin American countries, that presents a creature first seen in 1995, but has ancient origins. You can normally track down the origins of this kind of legends with ease for hundreds of years. The creatures they speak of often have slight variations depending on the place and time is told. The place factor applies in this case because this creatures, although mainly spotted in American countries, has also been seen in the distant Russia, yet the time factor doesn't apply. The chupacabras is, by generation, the postmillennial son of a vampire and a werewolf. This beast is responsible for the death of cattle and other animals, especially goats, its favorite prey, which is why he was given the name Chupacabra, literally meaning goat sucker. He often sucks all the blood from holes on their necks. After the attacks became public knowledge and the media reported new victims that were found bloodless, the legend of the chupacabras practically became viral overnight. These bodies left by the creature were the evident element to start investigating. These bodies were found mainly in the state of Texas and other southeastern areas of the US. Regarding the creature, witnesses describe it as a truly horrible being, hairless, gaunt, with burnt skin and spikes coming out of its back, completely out of this world. The stories differ on the amount of legs it has. Some say 4, while others claim it's a biped. In the early 2000s, a new chupacabras appeared. This version kept some of the features from past descriptions, but now it was less alien-like. It was described as a hairless creature that moved in 4 legs, like a dog. The change of appearance did not make it lose credibility, since there were witnesses that reported to have seen it, and of course, there were the bodies that had been found, left by the Chupacabra. The apparition of this being, with these characteristics which vary from tale to tale, represents a problem for those who wanted to prove this creature exists, since there is no sign of its evolutionary precedence. If it is a new animal species, it must be noted that animals don't just appear out of nowhere. They are all tied to the same evolutionary laws and must descend from a previous animal. There is not a branch in the tree of life or something like a chupacabra, and the same happens with other mythical monsters like Bigfoot, dragons, and the Jersey Devil. If it isn't an animal, then what is it? A lab experiment? An alien or dimensional being? How can a creature attack and leave no trace but animals whose blood has been totally drained? After the first sighting in 1995, the Chupacabras has been seen all over the world, mainly in the American continent. It always leaves its victims behind. The affected claim that they find their pets or farm animals bled dry. The Chupacabras sucks it from their necks, where in every single case, tooth marks have been found. It takes action at night as every other mysterious creature, leaving in its wake a terrible stench. This story, while far-fetched, is definitely fascinating, replete with conspiracy theories, tales of vampiric monsters, and plenty of media hype. Lately, this popular creature has found the internet as a perfect sounding board, fueled by the fans of other beasts of cryptozoology, UFOs, beliefs of conspiracy theories, and all kinds of topics related to some degree to the supernatural. Despite the animal attacks have decreased and the popularity of the creature has faded as the years pass, the question of what this being is or was remains a mystery, leaving us with little evidence about its existence besides blurry pictures and confusing witness reports that, to this day, claim to have seen something, a creature that has defined and transcended many other legends and reached worldwide fame, the Chupacabras.